Welcome back, Visco Girls. Today I want to take the time to complain about something that genuinely upsets me quite massively, because I can absolutely not comprehend some people's logic in this. And I am of course talking about all the backlash Lil Nas X have been getting for his new hit song, and how apparently rap fans have been listening to rappers talking about murdering people and mistreating women for decades, but when an openly gay rapper decides to lap dance, that's where they draw the line. Sounds to me more like the people complaining are just a bunch of homophobes, and I'm gonna defend Lil Nas X today, so let's jump right into this. So in case you haven't noticed and are somehow unaware, the rapper Lil Nas X, aka the Old Town Road guy,
I got the horses, 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 horses.
Found himself in some extremely hot water and as a major target of criticism during the past few days or so, all because of his new hit single Call Me By Your Name, which he had been teasing for quite some time, specifically the music video that accompanied the release of this song, which featured a scene of Lil Nas X quite literally doing the devil's tango for the devil, if you know what I'm saying. He basically gave Satan a lap dance, to be perfectly up straight with you. Now apparently some people, definitely not Christian conservatives, found this to be extremely offensive and repulsive, which is ironic because these are the people that normally complain about stuff being cancelled over everything, and then they cancel an openly gay rapper for giving a lap dance to someone. Now there are two main demographics that hate on Lil Nas X for this, and these two demographics are Christian conservatives and all hip hop heads. First of all, the hip hop old heads. Now let me tell you, these idiots have literally been listening to rappers talking about murdering people and mistreating women, and even to Rick Ross talking about a chick.
Put Molly all in her champagne. She ain't even know it. I took her home and I enjoyed that. She ain't even know it.
For about 30 years by now, since Ice Cube or whoever came up, and now they decide to draw the line suddenly at a gay rapper lap dancing. Yeah, you're clearly just a homophobe, because what Lil Nas X is doing is obviously just artistic expression, and at least it's not an unoriginal music video with woman guns or lean for once. So I say just let the man be. You don't have to listen to the music if you don't want to. Now the other part of the spectrum are Christian conservatives that for some reason hate on this. There's a huge portion of them that seem to genuinely believe that Lil Nas X is somehow worshipping Satan with this. People just went off the rails completely the past year or so. If you genuinely believe that Lil Nas X is a Satan worshipper, then I don't know what to tell you, brother. You're gonna be pulling up to a mental institution if you continue thinking like that. Anyway, apart from that obviously retarded Satan worshipping theory, a lot of popular voices had some other criticism directed towards Lil Nas X, and we'll get into some of the biggest voices that criticized him right now. So let's hear what they have to say. I'm sure I'll be blown away by their arguments. So the first individual we're gonna take a look at today is this man, Nick Adams, and the first thing that you will notice about this guy is that he likes to jerk himself off in front of his own mirror because of the fact that he is apparently Trump's favorite author. Seriously, he has that written all over his social media like it would actually mean something. He even released a goddamn book about it. I hate to break it to you, but firstly I think Trump's favorite author is Trump himself, since he used to write books from my understanding, and secondly, you sucking up to Trump won't get you far. Claiming you're Trump's favorite anything in 2021 is like me saying, oh, I'm OJ Simpson's favorite YouTuber. Most people would probably perceive you less negative if you just left that part out. But I guess this guy really just wants to be appealing to an audience, and since he's an absolutely failed author, I bet that was his last option to get any supporters at all. But he has been gathering an audience of about 150,000 followers on Twitter through sucking up to Trump supporters, and he has this to say about the Lil Nas X music video. Okay, hold up, he actually just tweeted out something even more concerning. What even is this tweet, man? Are you really so desperate to appeal to Trump and his supporters? Or are you just genuinely an awful human being? Because you're basically accusing him of pedophilia. Personally, I bet it's a mixture of both things. Okay, so in regards to Lil Nas X, he tweets out, clowns like Lil Nas X and I'm Cardi B couldn't last 30 seconds on a debate stage with the likes of real Candace O. So this guy genuinely has no idea what he's even talking about here. Did he even watch the goddamn video, or did he just reiterate what some Trump kids has said? Regardless of why he said it, he's definitely wrong because there's zero debating in that music video. So who was even trying to say Lil Nas X is a political debater? He's just a rapper that released a unique track with an equally unique music video. Get off your high horse, man. You couldn't last 30 seconds with your wife in case you even have one. I have such a hatred for this guy through just looking at his profile for a couple of minutes that I'm gonna be showing you some of his most genius tweets of recent times. yeah, I don't think I even have to add anything to that. This guy's obviously just a massive douche who has way too much political opinion for too little political knowledge, so don't listen to his tweets against Lil Nas X. Alright, so the next person that called out Lil Nas X that we're gonna look at today is actually an interesting case. He's definitely the most likable out of the people we're gonna inspect, although that's not too difficult to be fair, and I might even make a video about this guy in the future. Tom MacDonald is a Canadian rapper and former professional wrestler who appeals to a very different audience. That's not your stereotypical hip-hop fans. He stands for a lot of values I somewhat agree with and also some I heavily disagree with. I do think he's overall an interesting character apart from the corniness of some of his songs. I'm usually not one of these people that call every rapper corny, but come on man, what is this song cover? He's an open book really with everything he does, but with the Lil Nas X situation in particular, he's definitely wrong. He tweeted out this almost petty tweet where he complains about Lil Nas X's newest song getting more streams than his most recent release, plus he claims his own song has a strong message, and the Lil Nas X song is literally about nothing, but here I clearly have to disagree. First of all, it's absolutely meaningless to constantly compare yourself to other artists around you. Essentially, you should just try to go your own way without obsessing about other people's numbers, especially when it's extremely questionable if you even had a realistic chance of beating them, because Lil Nas X is definitely way harder than Tom MacDonald in the rap game. But I also don't think his song covered nothing at all. It has been creating some heavy discussions all over social media, even though it's mostly just through the music video the past few days. If it really were all that meaningless, I'm sure it wouldn't have caused or drawn that much attention to begin with. On the other hand, I can see where he's coming from with his own song. I listened to Church and I thought it was pretty good and a lyrically solid track, even though I of course disagree with parts of the message here, but it's still an insane stretch to say it should have commercially performed way better, and it does come across a little bit petty here, at least in my personal opinion. The last person we're gonna cover today is someone I can barely take seriously in the first place, Caitlyn Bennett, who luckily isn't related to Chance the Rapper or any other Bennett out there. Also known as Gun Girl, is an absolutely detestable human being who seriously thinks she's being racially oppressed in America. If you're a white chick and you really think you're being racially discriminated against because you're white in fucking America of all places, you're incredibly privileged and you have no room to talk. She's a guns rights activist and runs around with guns anywhere, so I bet she's an absolute political genius. Every video of this chick irritates me to the point of it becoming downright unwatchable for me.
That whoever lives by the sword will die by the sword. Listen to me, you need to repent. Dude, shut up.
Yeah, great arguments, dude. Also, this girl is like literally infamous for publicly shitting herself, so yeah, a political figure I can definitely take seriously. Let's look at her incredibly base takes on Twitter. So Nas clowns her for shitting her pants, basically after she tweeted out that she got blocked by him, and then she proceeds to get ratioed out of existence and resorted to go after Lil Nas X for his presumably distant relationship with his father, to which he jokingly replied that he might fuck her father, and her response to that was tweeting out that Lil Nas X threatened to rape her father. I mean, what did we expect from the Republican girl that shits herself? I'm not even gonna go into why that's obvious bullshit. I think the 9,000 comments that ratioed this tweet already explain that good enough, but if you're gonna look at them, be cautious of the flood of pictures of this girl shitting herself. So to conclude this video, I don't think Lil Nas X deserves all the backlash he's getting from this. Realistically, it's only his artistic expression and at least not your standard music video. Plus, judging by the biggest voices against him, which we just tore apart, I don't believe you can take his attackers all that seriously anyway. You can dislike the music video, but it's certainly nothing that would harm anyone, so I really don't understand the amount of hate he has been getting. I do know there are more celebrities that were defending this, like Joyner Lucas, and I even saw some chick on YouTube trying to get Lil Nas X cancelled, but I can't be bothered anymore. Most of them just use the same easily disprovable arguments anyway, so I decided to just leave it at these three. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed watching. Comment your thoughts down below, drop a like and a sub, I heavily appreciate it, and yeah, stay safe, goodbye.